Hi Jaco,
Hi, Evan, how are you?
welcome to EZY Switchgear podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So today we have a discussion that's a little bit different from our normal circumstances, and that has to do with more about the oversight of the industry, and we're going to chat a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So in the medium voltage industry, what is the new trends and how's it going?
Well, everybody in South Africa is trying to go the Europe way now with SF6 free switchgear, which is not working out that great at the moment because of the size, and they're not adapting well to the changes really. So it is still a big challenge. Most of the brands still has challenges with their GIS units that is SF6 free, and so it's not working that well. But I believe the future we will learn more, and the technology will evolve in such manner that we can actually get it more compact again, because the size just went
Too large. Yeah.
too very large.
I saw that GWA Switchgear also has the air insulated possibility
Yes.
up until 11 kV, and then on the 24 kV systems there's the SF6.
SF6, yeah.
I saw that Schneider has had a different approach on that. What did they do with the RM6?
Well, the RM6 completely got discontinued. Already around Europe, there's no more Schneider RM6s. They removed everything, so everything is already SF6 free there.
Yeah, the RM air set.
The RMA set, yeah. And it's a massive unit. It's really huge. So it's in South Africa. It's not adapting to the market because of the size. So obviously it's a big bummer. But the RM6 is still very active here in South Africa, and we still get a lot of them here. So I don't think it's going to be outphased that quickly.
So you recently did a big project with your switchgear in Kimberley.
Kimberley, yes.
And that turned out quite nicely. What was the lessons learned from that project?
Well, we saw that there are some shortages and some stuff we can improve on the switchgear side as from the factory side that we can improve. But I think everything went very well and seamless. I think we did extremely well in our first installation. We learned a lot of lessons. We know now what to expect and what to deliver for the next project. So, but it's definitely a great product, and I think we've got a great thing coming here. So
That's great.
yeah. Obviously, we are working on a compact switchgear as well for your mini subs. So that's something that will be coming out soon. Just busy finalizing some final stuff, and then that will also be happening.
That's great. And then in terms of the Chinese viruses and things that they found there, what is your take on that?
The media is really taking it out of proportion. It's not that bad.
A lot of fear mongering.
Yeah, there's after COVID, everybody wants to get scared about everything, but it's more in the Beijing side. There's some people getting sick, but it's more flu-like thing. It's not really like a COVID. And here at the bottom by Shanghai and Yuxing and so on, there's nothing really. So it's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing that's going to affect the production or anything from our side. So no, very good.
That's great. And then how is the shipping affecting the lead time at this stage?
Well, at this stage, I must say the Durban Harbour actually something happened. There was a shift in progress there. It's not that bad at this stage. People are getting their stuff much quicker
I remember at some stage you were waiting 6
now.
weeks.
It was terrible. It was bad just for the ship to come in. But we still do that extra lead time just to get the people ready for if it may take longer. You never know what happens.
That's great.
But at this stage it looks good. It's not too bad.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. And then now recently we hear a lot about smarter switchgear and those kind of things. What is GWS doing in that field? How's it working?
So with smart switchgear, you want something that's automated, something that can switch without you being there, something that can work off the smart grid. So GWS is coming out standard with motorized units, motorized mechanisms and all that stuff. Everything is network integrated as well. So what is nice, it's a plug and play system. Everything is already there in your unit. You can just wire it in and you can make it work on your smart system. Where with the competitors, most of their units that you buy, you still have to get all these extras when buying the unit, where this is standard with the unit. So this is very nice, and it makes a big difference with people building the smart city. So just outside of Clarence, they build a smart city now that everything is automated. So everything, they consider a control room, and everything from the control room is being switched on, switched off, and controlled, everything by AI. So that's quite nice.
You can imagine if you have a cable fault and there's an outage, the system can immediately determine where the fault is.
Exactly.
And isolate the fault and feed from the ring. That's simple.
So you don't have technicians going out, switching the ring and do all that stuff. Everything's happening from the control room. Everything is seamless. You don't have any problems.
And it immediately generates a job card to go and fix that.
Yes. So there's a lot of challenges with smaller municipalities. I saw in Carte Blanche on Sunday that they actually have a lot of problems with the infrastructure in KwaZulu-Natal, in the smaller towns, where they actually walk on the road next to the sideway and the cable just pops and explodes right next to people, with incorrect cable terminations being used for joints and stuff like that, which is very scary. And they're just not doing anything to fix it. A major substation blew up because of lack of maintenance and the wrong connections being used. So I mean, it's just nobody's taking care of it. Nobody wants to waste the budget on it, so it's just going up in flames. So that's quite sad. So with that, it makes it difficult to evolve the country and getting the grid better if they're not putting money into it.
I saw on your status recently that it said if you don't schedule time for maintenance, your equipment will schedule it for you.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, when it breaks down, then it's almost too late to do it.
Yeah, then it's way too late. Yeah.
What kind of how can we foster some urgency in the government and the municipalities and the private companies to actually look after their switchgear?
So for this year, my goal is to create the movement to basically create awareness around the maintenance of switchgear and substations and the importance thereof, and also the environmental impact it has if you don't do it and it goes up into flames, because all that oil being spilled and burnt, it's very bad. Yeah. SF6 being exploded, going up into the atmosphere, I mean, it's bad. So my goal for this year is to create awareness around this and to create a campaign to drive refurbishment and services on the substations and switchgear.
Okay, great. Okay, so obviously with GWS being manufactured in China at the moment, there's the perception all of the competitors here in South Africa, of your competitors, are maybe made in Europe or in India and some even in China, but the perception is that the quality originating from China is bad. How do you address that?
So after visiting China, I got a whole different view from the country and the quality that they produce. So the stuff that you get in a general Chinese store in South Africa is not Chinese. It's a rip-off. It's not something you get in China. It's the quality of the cars, the food, the buildings. Everything is of top quality. It's top standard. There's nothing. There's no shortcuts being taken. They're super finicky on safety. They're very high on that. So I mean, and also we as GWS are supplying to Chinese state grid as well. So obviously our quality is of the highest to supply for state grid.
So what kind of certification do you have in place?
So we got the IEC 62271, and everything is of IEC standards from the GB standards.
And then also the GB,
yeah.
So the GB standards are quite high, and then also
much more in detail and strict than the IEC. So.
And this factory manufacturing this switchgear have been around quite a while. Do you have some of that history?
Yeah, so we've been around from 2009, and it's based in Yuxing. So Yuxing basically is the hub of manufacturing of all electrical components in China. So everything electrical you get there. We're actually around the corner from Shint as well. And I believe Schneider is also being the factory is also close by there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's quite cool. So all the technology, all the best, everything is available there. So we've got all the robotic arms and the welders and everything running there and manufacturing full time.
Great stuff. And then tell me, now that GWS is now in South Africa, how is your support structures, your support base? How do you support the product here?
Yeah, so basically together with you, we keep all the stock locally, and we keep all the parts, and we use the technicians available made by you. And then so we've got 24-hour support on our system. We've got all the parts available. Should anything go wrong, we can go out immediately and attend to the problem.
Obviously open to service level agreements.
Yes, a service level agreement. So we've got a standard 1-year warranty on our units when we sell. If we do a SLA with you, we can extend the warranty to 2 years.
Okay. So recently the Windows 7 of the Renewables Project, or the REIPP program of South Africa, has been launched and awarded, and we will see a whole host of new renewable projects coming up. How is GWS, what is the strategy of GWS in terms of that?
So we did a lot of research regarding the switchgear used in solar plants and in wind farms and so on. What we noticed is there's some quality issues, failures that happens yearly
on some of the big name brands.
Big name brands, and it's simple stuff that's being caused by a stupid little thing like vibration and stuff. So after all the research, we came out with a very great product, the GWS 36, and we're marketing very hard at the moment, and we're trying to get it in. It's a very good unit. I think that it's robust, but yeah, it's very big. That's the only downside at this stage. It's a bit bigger than the competition that they're using at this stage, but I think for the quality that you get and the longevity of the unit, it's going to be a much better investment getting that into your wind farm or solar farm.
Great stuff. Thanks, Jaco.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.